'Tis a ladder. Shall we see where it leads?
We ought to put it to good use.
Your Majesty, how glad I am to see you safe. Where have you been this past month? The end of the world. Are things truly so dire? Though, I am aware of the dragon attack on Melv. We received word that naught but a smoking ruin remains. 'Twas a tragedy, and I would not see it repeated. However, without a clear path, we in the Guard shall be hard-pressed to forestall the impending crisis. You would have me evacuate the city? I see. Mayhap 'twould be for the best. Ever since the fall of Melv, the citizens of Vernworth have lived in fear that their homes are next to be assailed. If there is safe harbor to be found elsewhere, I believe we have naught to lose by seeking sanctuary. But I doubt I could convince the people of this city to abandon their homes, however terrified they may be. Methinks your Majesty would do better to ask this of the Regent King. After the false sovereign vanished and the world was altered, His Grace has been the one keeping order here in Vermont. If the people will heed anyone, 'tis him.
Maintaining order in Vermont must be quite a burden upon the young Regent King. Let us aid him however we may.
Of course. You would gather materials here, Master. Can we really afford to carry more? I would appreciate your swift return, Master. A fell unease begins to gnaw at me when you are gone over long.
Such quietude. My sword arm could use some work.
No compares to a real bow.
So you've come. I'm glad to see you. Captain Brandt has already apprised me of your proposal, a full-scale evacuation of the citizenry. Truth be told, I had reached the same conclusion. So long as we cower within these walls, we must live in fear of going the way of Melv. My ministers have approved the plans, and I have petitioned the encampment survivors and the Thieves' Guild for aid. The only remaining obstacle is my mother. She has set herself stubbornly against any such flight. I have tried to make her see reason, but of late she has taken to shutting herself in her chambers. However, I cannot bring myself to leave my own mother behind. If I cannot convince her, I mean to remain here and share in her fate. Now, there are a few matters I must attend to before we can evacuate, and I would fain welcome your assistance. We will require several ox carts to carry the sick and aged out of the city. Might I prevail upon you to petition the merchant at the ox cart station in the west of the city for their use? You may assure him that the Royal Treasury will foot any and all expenses.
Queen Regent Disa hardly leaves her chambers, and all her meals come back scarcely touched between you and me. I fear for her health.
Have you come to claim my life, Arisen? Well, but I shall go to the grave with a smile on my lips, for I have no regrets. All I did for my darling son. So do as you will. I have no intention of begging for mercy. Do with me as you will. What are you doing? Unhand me at once! Guards! Help me!
You have brought Mother to me, I see. My thanks, friend. You have done me a great service.
Sven.
You may leave us. Now that we can speak without a door twixt us, I am confident that I can persuade her. I know not what to make of this.
What's to be done about this?
Those new recruits could barely lift their swords. Oh, goodness me.
My boots. Suppose I ought to earn my cash. I'd sooner stay out of the battle, were it possible.
This sort of quiet music.
I could see myself.
Damn near enough. Sometimes
Pray, slow your feet. You run too fast for the likes of me.
Let us endeavor to keep up, though we are less fleet of foot.
And if you think I'll surrender a single one, you'd best think again. I require the use of all of them to transport my wealth to safety. Be gone with you, ruffian. These carts are mine. And if you think I'll surrender a single, I require the use of all of them. Fie! What are you doing? Put that away. No! Spare me! I pray you! I fear for my life.
Well, reckon he won't be coming back here in a hurry. As a matter of fact, I'd like to thank you for that. It didn't sit right, see? Having my wares claimed by some puffed-up minister trying to save his own skin. Anyhow, as long as I've got my gold, who takes the carts is no concern of mine. And if that craven comes crawling back, I'll tell him bandits took them.
Minister Allard has fled, and good riddance. I doubt there ever was a more cravenly character in all Vermund.
you have my support. This is no life. Can't get by your muscle alone. We shall remain here.
Do with a decent supper.
Ah, you've returned. How fares your procurement of those carts? You do? My thanks. That puts paid to the last of our preparations. I will inform the citizenry forthwith.
Dull days for us are a sign that all is
Captain will have my head if I skip
To
another
see this
patrol.
peace. Protect.
I'll feel a sight better.
I'm
once
in
I'm
fine.
Undead! Shame I've no advantage against this foe. Are we all in the same boat?
Yes, Master. I shall hasten to your aid. Nicely done. Think nothing of it.
Bad idea.
Let my magics grant you an elemental boon.
Those helpful magics you cast have worn off. I'll put an end to this foe, Master.
Focus. A moment of indecision may spell out ruin. One of us
You'll not live to regret this. end. For a moment there, I feared we would not.
Fortune favors us, it would seem.
Guard all you want. It won't make a difference when I've grappled you, see?
That dragon is far more powerful than any monster.
Formidable. You must challenge and defeat it.
Let my magic fuel your weapon with the fury of the elements. You are in need of healing. Allow me. Wait a minute.
That attack is devastating. We ought to keep our distance whenever it is unleashed.
No quarrel here. My thanks. Where would I be without you, Arisen? Look there! Are those inflamed portions? The brine? If so, they may be the source of the tower. I grant you Fire's blade.
persistence is most intriguing. What is it that impels you, I wonder? Alas, would that the world had not come to this. For I am certain that your tale would have been a glorious one, yet 'twas not to be. You need only cast your gaze upward to glimpse the futility of your defiance.
Might those red clouds not be some manner of living creature?
If only we had some means of dispelling them. We must find a way.
Mind?
Sitting at my desk again today. Size. I'm nodding off where I stand.
Sword next pay. What ought I to do?
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
After you, Arisen.
The Batali Knights use this place to train. You're not one of us, so I cannot imagine you've any business being here. Pray, leave us in peace. Oh? You believe we ought to evacuate? Well, you've traveled far indeed to deliver these tidings. Farther, I dare say, than anyone would go for the sake of an idle jest. If we must leave, we shall have to begin preparations at once. But I think we're a bit short on hands to attend to all that must be done. In fact, there's a rather delicate matter that I could use some help with. A blacksmith and his wife dwell on the encampment outskirts. Might you escort them here, so that they can join the evacuation? The smith, Gustava, is a man of good sense, but as for his wife... Well, suffice to say, Cleuna has always been a contentious sort. She'd have naught to do with us, given the choice, and isn't likely to take kindly to the arrival of any of my knights on her doorstep. I can only hope that she will be more willing to listen to you, a third party, as 'twere. And while you're taking care of that, I will see to it that the encampment is made ready to depart with all due haste.
I had no idea that such a couple dwelled on the outskirts of Volcanic Island. Were you aware, Master?
Truly?
Polish up my gear for tomorrow.
What a shame! Not one among us is fit to use arrows. I was hoping for some new equipment myself.
They are hardly a burden on our packs.
I'd sooner not battle those with whom we have no quarrel. Yet if they mean us harm, we can but defend ourselves.
Right you are.
There is naught more you can achieve here, Arisen. The time for resistance is long past.
Look out, Arisen! We're under attack! I shan't allow any further harm to come to you. Let my magics grant you an elemental boon.
How shall I now?
Ensure your next attack is no less purposeful. it. We must make the most of this opportunity.
Strike fast and true, and our quote shall fall.
Press on.
I don't like our odds here.
Well, I'm not sure.
We can feel a water rush headlong into battle.
That was hard one. What fails to destroy us only enhances. Our chances against future adversaries.
I can't wait to find out what's inside. The paths to victory are myriad indeed. That strategy never would have occurred to me.
Truly?
I grant you roaring flame.
I hope you weren't expecting mercy. Coming, Master.
The day grows darker with our every step.
We shall have to be all the more vigilant.
Aye? What do you want? My husband and I are simple folk. In these perilous times, all we ask is to be left alone. Pray leave us be, sir. I'm sorry. You'd have us evacuate with the encampment? Why, we could never. Come what may, this place is our home.
Now, I'll hear none of that. Stranger or no, our guest came all the way out here just to warn us. That's the mark of a good sort, and I trust my gut. This one shan't steer us wrong.
But, Ghost Offer, what of your back?
I can manage a little walking. Besides, I'd rather hike 1,000 leagues on 2 bloody stumps than lose you, my dear.
Oh, Ghost Stuff, how can I say no to that?
Oof! Confound this back of mine. Don't trouble yourself with me, sir. Lead on.
Very well, sir. We shall join you. Would you be so kind as to escort us to our destination?
Let us see our charges to the encampment. But be mindful. The path seems much changed since last we walked it.
Outstanding.
Could I trouble you to walk a wee bit slower? My back is like to... Oh! There it goes!
You would gather materials here, Master. Can we really afford to carry more?
Could I trouble you to walk a wee bit slower? My back is like to... Ah!
Ah, I've just remembered. Is your pack not overburdensome? Oh, you carry so much. I worry for your poor spine.
Where the Saurians? You've been doused in oil. You must steer clear of fire. Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements.
I'll gather these now. 'Twould be a shame to forget their location when we need them most. I've got a good feeling about this one.
I shan't let them harm you.
This is for you, Master. I thought it might come in useful.
I've just had a thought. Have you always pursued your current vocation over the course of your journey with the Arisen?
No, I was an archer for a time. The feeling of loosing arrows at faraway foes is one I'll never forget.
These writings could be of import.
Let's have a look there. Methinks I spy aught of use. We ought to take a closer look. I grant you fire's blade. Well.
Tis no more or less than what one might have expected.
We cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner.
These sights are unparalleled in their majesty. Yet somehow I feel ill at ease.
'Tis a lonely place, to be sure.
Pray, allow me to open yon chest.
Stomach's complaining. I'll have an early supper. Well, here we are. How long before the evacuation begins?
Would you find Sir Ernesto and tell him we've arrived? Let him know that we'll wait here till the time comes.
Oh, a ballista!
It is not how we use this, but when that counts. I imagine it would be most beneficial in combat.
Good day, sir.
Sir, I implore you to reconsider. Surely you can see that the situation is dire.
How many times must I say it? I'll not be ordered about. Not by ye, not by anyone. Now bugger off and leave me alone.
Here you are, Master. I hope you like it. I found it myself.
Ah, good. You're back. I'm afraid there's another matter for which I must beg your assistance. It concerns the fellow I was just speaking with. Sir Lamond, his name is. The man's something of a regular at our hot springs. I sought him out to tell him of the evacuation, but he has flatly refused to join us. I must confess, I'm at a loss as to how I might convince him. Could I prevail upon you to try your hand? At this point, methinks anything I say will fall on deaf ears.
Perhaps we might speak with this Sir Lamond? The evacuation effort stands to benefit from another pair of hands.
Of course.
Wearing armor all day feels like a punishment.
This place makes my hair stand on end.
Oh, Apologies, Master. My mind was 1,000 leagues away.
Well met, sir. How might I be of service?
Aye? What would ye of me? Not this again. I'm here to live my life as I see fit. I'll not be ordered about by anyone, cuz. You got that? Aye. I know those two. Good people. But I don't see why I should have to be the one responsible for it. Why don't ye do it? If they mean so much to ye. Oi! I heard out ye request. Kindly bugger off and leave me in peace.
Sir Lamond has refused to lend his aid, and it seems there's little hope of changing his mind. Let us inform Sir Ernesto.
Well met, sir.
A disappointment, to be sure.
Greetings. I expect you must be weary. Its healing waters draw upon the volcano's natural heat. Take a dip, and you'll do come again.
A treasure chest. Oh, my mistake. 'Tis merely another spot for gathering materials. Where's my comb?
So, Sir Lamond is not to be convinced. 'Twould have eased my mind to have him join us, but I suppose there's naught to be done. The hour of our departure is almost upon us. 'Twill be slow going, no doubt. We have wounded whom we must accommodate. Yet, come what may, I swear to see them all to safe harbor.
Look, Arisen! A ballista!
'Tis not how we use this, but when that counts. I imagine it would be most beneficial in combat. We've made it then. What's our first order of business, Arisen?
Looking for aught in particular?
I'm tired of breaking my back for someone else.
Ah, Sir Arisen. You are returned, I see. With the world in such disarray, I could not stand to be away from my homeland. Thus did I return, to render what aid I may. I maintain order as best I can, but for every fire I extinguish, it seems 3 more are incited behind my back. But enough of my woes. What brings you here? You wish us to evacuate? Mayhap the idea merits some thought. After all, if we sit on our haunches, 'tis likely only a matter of time before we share the fate of Mel. Alas, the people of Batal are far from united in purpose at present. Should we proceed, unheeding of their divisions, I fear that our efforts would come undone ere long. With every soul at their wits' end, conflict is like to spark at the slightest provocation. As such, before we take any measures, I would have you walk amongst the people, Sir Arisen. Behold their plight with your own eyes. And should you encounter any discord, pray do aught you can to resolve the people's quarrels and assuage their fears. Such efforts will doubtless allow the evacuation to proceed all the more smoothly. As for me, my work here is far from done. Let us part ways for now, and reconvene when you have accomplished all you can.
'Tis no mere tavern brawl we are to mediate, Master. Due caution is advised, methinks.
You have my support.
Well met.
Go on, have a look. Oi! I saw it first. Phew, trust a flea-ridden hide to take it all for himself.
Why must I share with a fangless one? This is no more your food than Batal is your land.
You there! You couldn't have come at a better time. Put this upstart in his place for me, won't you? Go on, lay into him. If that's what you think, why don't you mind your own business?
Aye, clear off. Pretty words shan't fill our bellies. How dare you?
You said it's bad to hurt people. Wow! Thanks, sir. Say, Rakim, would you like some? I can't...
Really? Thanks. That's mighty kind of you. If only our fathers could do the same.
Oi, leave my kid alone.
You're not some child snatcher, are you?
Wait. You shared your food with them. Thank you, sir. As for you, Nomos, it would seem we were both but looking out for our children, eh?
Aye. Mayhap we're not so different after all. And we've both had children fed. We've no reason to quarrel.
The desire to protect one's kin transcends race and culture. It just goes to show, we are none of us so different.
Outstanding.
Ah! You're just riding on your father's coattails!
You slander my honor, sir! I demand a duel. This is no business of yours! Begone!
Now, Narborough, let's not be too hasty. If we are to duel, we ought to have a witness. Otherwise, who's to say the victor fought with honor?
Aye, true enough. Without a witness, either of us could simply kill the other, then disavow the use of any underhandedness. Well, sir, what say you? Will you watch over us while I take this scoundrel to task? You have my gratitude, sir. Let us delay no further. Come, Scario. Prepare yourself.
Have at you!
Show them I believe in you!
Sleep. Or a bedroll.
You can do this. I know you can.
Can't make head nor tail of it.
If you let him best ye, you'll never live it down!
Can't puzzle this out.
I must be losing my nerve.
What? I admit it. I underestimated your skill. The loss is mine.
Nay. 'Twas I who underestimated you. I'd thought to score an easy victory. But you fought fair and capably.
We owe you a debt, sir. 'Tis on your account that we've seen some sense. Were it not for your timely appearance, I'd wager this nonsense might have cost one of us their life.
Indeed. Better to hone our respective skills than take up arms against petty slights, I say.
It seems some things can only be resolved by crossing blades. But I doubt they'll quarrel again after this. 'Twas a pleasure to recount such good tidings.
I've had well enough of your nitpicking.
I reckon the world would be better off without you.
Oi, you! Don't go poking your nose in our business. This is between us.
Aye, leave off or we'll make you.
Have you lost your bloody mind?
Reckon you can just cut us down in the street? What's the matter with you? Eh? Fine, fine. We'll set our squabble aside for today, so bother us no more.
Go on, have a look.
Suppose I best earn my keep.
Fine, that hurts.
Stay with me, Arisen. Wait a moment.
Ah, Sir Arisen. In less pressing circumstances, I would take issue with your methods. But I cannot deny your efficacy. The people of Batal are beginning to see that they must stand together if they are to survive this calamity. We shall see the fruits of your labors when the time comes to evacuate. And pray, return to Empress Nadinia and apprise her of your doings. I must remain here to ensure no further squabbles arise. Heavens only know how many lives you have saved this day. I hope you'll accept this humble reward for your efforts.
What say we report back to Empress Nadinia? Her Majesty ought be willing to commence the evacuation now. Of course.
Goes awry.
If anyone will notice it, I'll stay here a bit.
Too quiet here for my liking. Too quiet here for my liking.
May this prayer bring people's salvation as well I should be. I do hope 'tisn't like that.
Her Majesty has begun her supplications. None may see her ere they conclude.
Stay your hand, Vera. This one may pass. Come hither. We would speak with you. One of our ministers informs us that you have been espied in the city, resolving the people's troubles. You have our gratitude for your efforts, which have doubtless bettered the fate of this nation and its citizenry. Your journey continues, does it not? We wish you good fortune on your travels, wheresoe'er they may take you.
Pray excuse the interruption, Your Majesty, but I fear time is upon us. I would see you prepared for the road ahead.
Indeed. Forgive us, but we must take our leave. Farewell.
Batal and the rest down are now safely evacuated. I'm certain we can rely upon Sir Manila to keep the peace.
That was certainly worthwhile.
Slim pickings of late.
Suppose I best earn my keep.
Can't let myself get distracted.
I'm in one fetting today.
My body's not forgiven me for last night's scuffle.
Suppose I'm tired. I barely slept a wink.
Perhaps prayer.
Must you run so fast? I can hardly keep you in my sights, Arisen.
Let us endeavor to... Keep up, though we are less fleet of foot.
Am I shedding?
Keep your ears pricked. Our foes might betray themselves with the slightest sound.
Remain alert, and naught shall catch us by surprise.
My sword arm could use some work.
This arm is far from comfortable.
Our research should save the world.
I must...
I dare say I can spare a moment. There's a task I would have you attend to. My thanks.
This is no good. I'll let myself get distracted.
Now, where was I headed?
We seem to have arrived without issue. But are we safe here?
I am grateful. Here you are, a deserved...
Master, my heart knows no greater peace.
Why? Who's at your... Always a pleasure.
You have my fullest confidence. There is aught I would ask of you. That is...
A good sleep will ensure we are prepared for... Tis a perilous journey of... Good morrow, everyone.
Off we go, then.
Feeling rested, I trust?
Master!
Seen worlds uncountable created, only to be snuffed out like candles by the cold breath of oblivion. Eventually, the Great Will tired of witnessing this. It sought to overturn oblivion by granting unto it a role, a duty, an identity. I speak of the dragon. By the Great Will does the dragon create a cycle, allowing it to forestall the end of this world time and time again. Yes, Arisen. This world has been safeguarded by the dragon all along. You yourself were chosen to form a part of this cycle. The Arisen is selected by the Great Will to play the role of the dragon's counterpart. That is how this world is built. The dragon serves to continue the cycle, and the Arisen exists to oppose it. This is the true meaning of the dragon's dogma. Once, everyone in this world had a role to play. For a well-crafted tale has no excess. There must be a reason for each character's inclusion. Yet, this means that should even one of these characters stray from their assigned role, the tale entire will unravel. And if it does, their world will end. Such is the choice you have made, Arisen. By rejecting your own duty in this world, you have robbed all others of the chance to fulfill the roles they have. The pawns are no exception. Born of the nothingness of oblivion, they were granted the role of aiding in the perpetuation of the cycle. Yet, bereft of the dragon, that role has been unwritten. Only nothingness awaits them now.
Tis clear to me now, Arisen. I am no longer a mere vessel. Your great will has imbued me with a lesser will of my own. Will is power. 'Tis the means to shape the world as one desires. Master!
oblivion fades. This tale's end has been unwritten. My heart, it aches. A new world comes. A new tale is set to unfold. Yet, it seems I will not be there to watch it.